Shock at the sudden death of the Australian rock star on Saturday, and ordinary fans were also there to say goodbye.
By my side, by my side.
It was the solemn end of a flamboyant life, a life remembered by hundreds of mourners today at Sydney's St Andrew's Cathedral. On Michael Hutchence' coffin, 500 blue irises and a single tiger lily, in honour of his baby daughter named after the flower. Friends and family spoke of his passion for life and music. Andrew Farris, one of the other members of INXS, a band which played together for 20 years.
He loved Australia. He loved his friends. He loved his family. He was a caring father and a passionate family man. He loved music and he loved his fans.
And I give thanks to being blessed to have my brother, a warm and loving person.
The woman Hutchence was to have married, Paula Yates, arrived from London. The vow she allegedly made to dye her wedding dress black, apparently just angry words. Along with the celebrities were devoted fans, there to farewell the man whose music they'd grown up with.
Every single song has a certain part of my life that it relates to.
He was the greatest talent in the world, and we've lost him.
I loved him.
Parts of the funeral, like when singer Nick Cave sang, were closed to the cameras. The family insisting Hutchence would have wanted much of his final show to be a private one for those he loved. Sandy Patterson, 3 National News.
Young man of 37 should die.
Despite initial reports the funeral would be private, the public were allowed in.
With limited room inside, a big monitor's been set up here in the square next to the church so that fans can view the service from outside.
In Death as in Life, the paparazzi were there in force, his coffin arriving with a single tiger lily amongst the flowers, a tribute to his little daughter. Many had thought the band would carry him in. They arrived later, reportedly upset at the international coverage. Controversy also over Channel 7's exclusive live coverage of the funeral, arranged by entertainment broker Harry M. Miller. It was a who's who of the music and entertainment world, former girlfriend Kylie Minogue, members of the band Midnight Oil and many others. Partner Paula Yates arriving just before the service was due to begin.
We admired his talent, we respected his dignity, and we envied his cool. Michael Hutchence was a star in every sense of the word.
Michael had spent almost his entire adult life performing and giving 110% of his being to entertaining people around the world.
Whatever scandals may have plagued Michael Hutchence in life, he'll be remembered most of all for what he did best, his music. Joe Mel.
And our correspondent Joe Malcolm joins us now from Sydney. Well, Joe, there's been a lot of controversy leading up to today's funeral, hasn't there? Did that carry over amongst the mourners?
Well, Judy, no, it didn't actually. You know, we've seen a lot of scandal, a lot of talk in the tabloids about why Michael Hutchence may have killed himself. All of that was forgotten today, and you know, people were here for a funeral and they were here to mourn the passing of a real rock star.
Well, Michael Hutchence is gone. Where does that leave INXS?
Well, you know, they're absolutely shattered, the band. You know, members of the band were completely shocked and grief-stricken today. You know, a few years ago, Michael Hutchence talked about leaving the band and embarking on a solo career. You know, maybe the band will go on without him, but they've cancelled their tour, and, you know, it'll be a long time, I think, before they'll think about playing together again.
Joe, thank you. That's Joe Malcolm reporting from St Andrew's Anglican Cathedral in Sydney.
Michael Hutchence, lead singer of Australia's INXS, once a premier force in world rock, and of course it's been a whole emotional tangle, the whole sad business. Highlights of today, here's Simon Mersip.
The voice of Michael Hutchence welcomed the song called By My Side.
We gather the people of Sydney, people around the world, to mourn the death of someone whom most of us barely knew. We saw him a distant figure on a stage and somehow felt that we knew him.
This was a special service, the cathedral full, hundreds outside, and the pictures beamed live across Australia and further around the world. The cameras kept the respectful distance from the front row occupied by the Hutchence family and the blonde hair of his partner, Paula Yates.
I've been asked to speak today on behalf of Michael's millions of fans, for whom this tragedy has made the world a much darker place. Michael Hutchence was a star in every sense of the word. He shone his light into our lives, and he made the world a much brighter place. He loved life, and we loved his life, and to some degree, each of us at some time shared a little bit of it with him. We admired his talent, we respected his dignity, and we envied his cool.
There to pay homage, music legends like Jimmy Barnes, like Welsh icon Tom Jones.
Michael made us dance and he made us sing. He made us laugh and he made us cry. He was everything we wanted him to be. He was one in many millions, and we can't believe he's gone. On behalf of your many fans, Michael, we'll miss you, mate, but we'll never let you die.
So today they honoured a man famous for his music. But Michael Hutchence also made news because of the woman he was about to marry.
You are the hairiest man I've ever been to bed with. Ever.
Then you've never seen Gorillas in the Mist.
Paula Yates interviewed famous people and cemented her own celebrity status.
It is a sense of intimacy because they're just next to you and they immediately think they've actually been to bed with you.
She'd already achieved fame through her marriage to this man. Bob Geldof was the anointed saint of rock and roll. He raised millions for the world's hungry through Live Aid and was made a knight for his efforts. Geldof and Yates were always newsworthy. They named their 3 daughters Fifi Trixie Belle, Peaches Honey Blossom, and Little Pixie. Yates was a tabloid target, preaching motherhood, but regarded by some as a flirt, a vamp. As her marriage to Geldof deteriorated, she and Hutchence got together. By the time Yates divorced Geldof last year, she was pregnant with Hutchence's child. They had a daughter, Heavenly Hirani Tiger Lily. But family life remained unsettled. Yates and Geldof fought a bitter custody battle over their daughters. By the time Hutchence died in this Sydney hotel, he'd become entangled in the tug-of-war. Hours before his death, he apparently called Geldof in England, angry the custody wrangle would prevent Yates and her daughters joining him for Christmas.
I can't remember what the other night.
But today's mourners were not asked to dwell on such things. Rather, the call was to bear happy thoughts for an artist who touched many.
Lots of things have been said and lots of things could be said, for there are lots of memories. Take out the memories and share them with each other. Sometimes you'll cry, sometimes you'll laugh, but share them and then give thanks to God for the person who made those memories possible.
Michael was a poet, a singer, and a gifted performer who touched the lives of everyone he met, even people he never met. It hasn't been easy being Michael's brother. It's strange. It's been fantastic at times and other times the hardest. But having Michael for my brother, I wouldn't have had it any other way or changed a thing. My heart goes out to Paula and beautiful darling girl Tiger and the other girls, to the band.
No good, eh? Those were our people today. That's Homes Tonight.